So we've been talking a lot about church, and one viewer says, do we really even need a preacher to have church? It's a great question. We're going to talk about it next on Pastor Bob's Coffee Break. Great mug. It says, tell me, I'll probably forget. Teach me, maybe I'll remember. Involve me, and I will own it and live it. Talking about basically Socratic discussion. That's how it works. And in my mug today, Java Junkie, one of our 9 blends. This one with a little pecan flavoring. If you like pecan pie, just saying. This is the one, Java Junkie. Not a cool picture, cool graphics, great coffee. Well, that, folks, and all of our mugs, our t-shirts, our posters, right here. wearemetal.com. Dear Pastor Bob, when gathering for a church service, do we really need somebody to preach? Or could it simply be that somebody has a question that becomes the topic of the church service? Exactly. So what is the role of a pastor? You know, some people think, okay, the pastor is the person that's supposed to preach, supposed to speak, and this is the guy that you go to listen to. And it's true that that happens in a whole lot of churches, and that's the way people do things. But it isn't exactly the way the Bible lays it out. A pastor is a person who cares for the sheep. It's a shepherd. It's a person that looks out for the well-being. Not necessarily even a good speaker, just somebody who has this big heart for the congregation. In fact, when the Bible talks about speaking, it talks more about a teacher, somebody that has the gift of teaching that can begin to explain things, and sometimes that's the person that speaks. But folks, all of us have spiritual gifts. All of us are involved in this process, as we've talked about before, and that's why Socratic discussion is so good. You have the preacher, you have the teacher, you have the person with the gift of mercy, the feeler, you have all of these different parts of the body, exhortation and encouragement, and you know, all of these people come together, and we have every aspect of our faith and every aspect of the presentation in a service like this. I want to go to 1 Peter chapter 5, starting with verse 1. And he says, therefore I strongly urge the elders among you, the people that take care of you, pastors, spiritual leaders of the church, all of these people, as a fellow elder and as an eyewitness called to testify of the sufferings of Christ, as well as one who shares in the glory that is to be revealed, shepherd and guide and protect the flock of God among you. Shepherd and guide and protect them. That's the pastor. Exercising oversight, not under compulsion, but voluntarily, according to the will of God, and not motivated for shameful gain, but with wholehearted enthusiasm, not lording it over those assigned to your care. Do not be arrogant or overbearing, but be examples of Christian living to the flock. Set a pattern of integrity for your congregation. And when the chief shepherd, Christ, appears, you'll receive the conqueror's unfading crown of glory. But he says, be examples of Christian living to the people. Set the pattern for integrity for your congregation. You know, it's true, folks, that much of what we do in the body of Christ is by, living it out, letting people see you. And that's why we bring up 1 Peter 3:15 so many times. Be ready at any time to give a quiet and reverent answer to anyone who asks you about the hope you have within you. Why? Because that hope is the thing that truly motivates people. And so it's by serving the congregation that people's lives are really changed. Now, when you get together, though, what should you do? And as you know, I'm a strong believer in Socratic discussion, that it takes a congregation to balance our walk with the Lord. That's why we're all here together. It's an important aspect of the faith. Well, folks, don't forget, you are blessed. So go and be a blessing.